Deep in the heart of the city, an old movie theater stood like a forgotten relic from a bygone era. The Midnight Cinemas, as it was once known, had a notorious reputation for dark secrets and chilling mysteries. It had been closed for decades, its doors sealed shut, and whispers of ghostly apparitions deterred even the bravest souls from venturing near. However, the theater's ominous allure had drawn the attention of a group of paranormal investigators determined to unravel the truth behind the legends. As the investigators stepped through the decaying entrance, they were met with an eerie stillness that seemed to suffocate the air. Dim beams of moonlight filtered through shattered windows, casting grotesque shadows on the dilapidated walls. The floorboards creaked beneath their feet, adding an unnerving soundtrack to their exploration. Their senses heightened with each step, and they could almost feel the weight of the theater's past pressing down upon them. The lead investigator, Dr. Amelia Hartman, held her breath as she approached the dusty ticket counter. Flickering lights overhead seemed to echo the dying gasps of the theater's once thriving ambient. "We need to proceed with caution," Dr. Hartman warned her team, trying to sound professional despite her unease. "Stay alert and keep your equipment ready." The investigators split up to cover more ground, armed with cameras, EMF detectors, and audio recorders. As they ventured deeper into the theater, they discovered traces of its former glory: a grand chandelier covered in cobwebs, ornate velvet seats now tattered and torn, but it was clear that something sinister had taken root within these walls. They soon stumbled upon a forgotten projector room. Dust-covered reels and film canisters lay scattered across the floor. Curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to examine the films. First few reels seemed innocuous, but as they reached the final one, they found something chilling: footage of the last movie ever screened at Midnight Cinemas. The film showed a captivated audience, but their expressions twisted into horror as the screen displayed disturbing scenes of violence and death. It was rumored that the movie's twisted content had driven the theater's patrons to madness, leading to its abrupt closure. As the investigators watched in silence, the projector began to run on its own, replaying the ghastly scenes. Panic set in as the room filled with ghostly whispers, and an icy presence seemed to envelope them. The team hurriedly left the projector room, shaken but determined to press on. They descended into the darkness of the theater's basement, where legends spoke of a labyrinth of hidden catacombs. The air became colder, and their flashlights flickered ominously as if protesting their intrusion into the theater's forgotten depth. In the labyrinth's heart, they stumbled upon an ancient altar adorned with cryptic symbols. Dread washed over them as they realized they had disturbed something ancient and malevolent. The investigators felt an unseen force pulling at their minds, and visions of tortured souls trapped within the theater assaulted their senses. Just as they were about to flee, a chilling voice resonated through the catacombs, promising doom to those who dared disturb its slumber. Panic and terror gripped the investigators as they scrambled to escape the grasp of the malevolent presence. They raced through the winding catacombs, praying for salvation. Finally, they burst into the moonlit night, gasping for breath, their hearts pounding. The investigators knew they had witnessed something beyond comprehension, something that should have remained undisturbed. From that night on, the Midnight Cinemas remained untouched, left to the dark forces that resided within its walls. The haunted theater became a warning to all, a chilling reminder that some horrors are best left undisturbed, and that the veil between the living and the dead should never be tampered with, lest the consequences be dire and eternal.